How's it going? Today I'm going to be explaining how to use a GameCube forwarder on your Wii menu. This basically allows you to run a GameCube game from your Wii menu instead of having to go through USB loader or Nintendo. It just launches straight from your home menu, kind of like how any other game loader would. It's just purely for convenience, and I personally think it's cool. So here's some things you're going to need. I'll have these things linked in the description, as well as a few other things that I personally find helpful, at least when dealing with this. So Wii GSC basically allows you to make the WAD for the game that you're trying to trying to put on your home menu. Any copy of a Wii ISO or WBFS game, it can be any game. Highly recommend getting a game that is a small file size purely because it makes the process go a little bit faster. You're going to need any hex editor. I'm personally going to be using HXD because that's what this tutorial says to use, but you can use any one you want. And then you've got Customize Me. This basically lets you adjust the WAD file to load in custom DOL files, loading custom images or graphics or anything. You need a WAD for the GameCube game file that you're going to forward. You can use this link here, or I will have an alternate link in the description that lets you go directly to where all of the WADs are hosted. Just make sure you get the right one for your game. And then you need, of course, a properly configured WBFS folder and all that stuff for your Wii Homebrew, but I trust if you're looking at this tutorial that you've probably got that figured out by now. Let's get started. So you're going to want your WBFS game. I picked Wii Play because it is 98,000 kilobytes. It was the smallest Wii game that I personally had on hand. And then, of course, you need your GameCube game. Of course, I'm picking the cult classic Dora the Explorer Journey to the Purple Planet purely because, again, it was the smallest GameCube game that I had on hand. So the first thing you're going to want to do is open up your hex editor and drag in your GameCube ISO. And these 6 characters right here are going to be your game ID. So in my case, it's the game ID for Dora the Explorer Journey to the Purple Planet because I selected that game for some reason. And all you want to do now is just take a note of those. So GQLE 9G. Next up, what you're going to want to do is drag in your Wii ISO, or in my case, a WBFS file. And if you scroll down just a little bit, you'll see this right here. So this RHAE01 is Wii Play's game ID. And so all you want to do right now is just go back to the beginning of this and then just start typing in the new game ID. There we go. You just want to click save there. And then the next thing you want to do is just rename your WBFS file to your ID. That helps the process a little bit later. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to open our Wii GSC. If you're on Windows, I highly recommend opening it as administrator because it does throw tantrums if you don't. And all you want to do is click the 3 dots next to the ISO WBFS and come down here and choose WBFS instead of ISO. And you can see here this GameCube game ID.wbfs file shows up. You're just going to want to open that. So now we're going to select for the loader our USB loader GX, and then all you do now is just click create channel. And you can see here it's given me the location of the new WAD file. So I've navigated to where the new WAD file was saved, and as you can see I have quite a few, but basically if you're wanting to find the one that you've just made, you can just sort by date modified and grab the one you just made. And the way you can tell is it'll have the game title, in our case it's Wii Play, and then its disk ID, and then the game ID, but this game ID is the game ID that we just put in. So you're going to want to copy this to your folder, and you'll have your WAD file in here now. Okay. Next order of business, you're going to want to open Customize Me, and basically this lets you customize the WAD file to make it exactly how you want it. So we're going to browse here, and we're going to get to where our WAD file was saved, and all you want to do now is just click open, and it'll show up in here. And all you do next is come over here and click extract DOL, and then you just save that back to your folder here. What we'll do next is we'll download the WAD file for our GameCube game from the MediaFire link. There we go. We're just going to want to download this, and we'll come back to here. So on Customize Me, you're going to want to click clear, and then we'll browse for our new downloaded WAD, which is right here. Now it's pretty simple. You just go to Options, go to Browse, and we'll load in the DOL file that we extracted from the Wii Play WAD. I'll load that in. You're going to change your startup iOS to 35. And from here, if you just want to call it good, you can just click Create WAD and load it up with whatever you use to put your WADs onto your Wii. And you're set. You should be able to load your game in no problem. In my case though, I personally am not a huge fan of how these files look. So this will be what you see on the Wii on the channel. Not too great. I'm not dissing the artist. It's not too great. You can see here, not a fan. So what we're gonna want to do, at least for me, is I made a custom template to load up and make my own art for my GameCube channels. If you're wanting to make custom art for your GameCube channels, you can do it however you'd like. Just make sure that the aspect ratio is the same. So in this case, for the background of the channel, it's 590 by 332. That is key. You're going to want that. And this is my layout for a custom channel. As you can see here, I've got a few that I've made for games that I've already added. But in my case, we're making a cover for Dora the Explorer Journey to the Purple Planet. You can do whatever you really want here, at least for me personally. I like finding box art or art from the game or the source and using that. So in this case, I found this art from, I think it's a DVD cover of this, whatever this is. But you just kind of want to orient it how you'd like. So I'm going to put it, we'll say there is good. And we'll just slap on a logo for good measure. You know, you gotta know what you're playing. In my case, I'm playing Dora the Explorer Journey to the Purple Planet. This isn't great, I'll be honest with you, but it is kind of the layout I do. And then you just click File, Save As. You can save it as, you know, any PNG, JPEG, you know, whatever you want. You're gonna want to come back here to where you saved your cover picture, and we're gonna open this here. So this is Wii Image to TPL Converter. And basically what this does is it converts your image to the format that the channels use. So I've got it loaded up here, and we're just going to click convert, and then you'll just go back to where you have your picture saved, and you'll see this new file here. So this doracover.tpl, that TPL is the format that the Wii uses to get their banners and everything in here. So you can see here, this is iconimage.tpl. So we're just going to come over here, make sure we're changing the right picture. So yeah, we'll do that and just click replace. And then we'll click that doracover.tpl, just click open. Now, as you can see here, we have our custom background. And of course, you can take this one step further. You can make a custom image.tpl if you really wanted to. So as you can see here, hovering over this is 128 by 96. So I'll just whip one up real quick. This is very hastily done, but you get the gist of the idea. You just do the same thing, save it as a picture, and then you'll come into here and then just make it into a TPL image. Then again, just come in here, replace it, and you get your new one. And if you've done that, you're good to go. You can just click Create WAD, and again, just go and install it the way that you'd normally install your WADs, and you should be good to go. And that's about it. So you can enjoy your GameCube games from the comfort of the Wii home menu. In my case, I'll definitely be enjoying Dora the Explorer Journey to the Purple Planet because it is an all-time gaming classic. But yeah, thanks for watching, and I hope this is able to help you out. Have a good one.